Hello, it's your good friend Adam Kelly here to introduce this week's episode 20 to be specific, a minor numerical benchmark, yet an end of a chapter for Southern Tomfoolery. We finished our first Starfinder book, Reach of the Empire, with episode 19, Weldy's Party. We hope you enjoyed that half as much as we enjoyed recording that session. We actually celebrated it in true Weldy style this weekend in honor of its release. We also debuted our first Tom Talks last week, a show discussing our thoughts and some of our favorite memories and moments from Book 1. Give it a listen and let us know what you thought of the show and of the book, and you can start submitting questions now for our second Tom Talks. Before I get into this week's intro topic, though, I am going to give you a moment to pause so you can go ahead and leave that rate and review I know you've been meaning to do. Don't worry. I'll be here when you get back. Okay, back? Thanks for that. Let's continue. This episode is a transitional one, and it deals with some housekeeping and stage setting that all tabletop role-playing games will need to deal with multiple times throughout their adventures. I want to talk a little bit about how you can take some of these mechanical processes and turn them into inspiration for your character development and narrative momentum. In this episode, we will deal with some leveling up and all the fun goodies that come with that, but I challenged my players to convey these new features to me in roleplay, rather than just list off a bunch of text to me. Using some of the choices you make as you build your character sheet can be such a good way to also develop your actual character's growth. When you take a feature, you certainly must consider the mechanical advantages. This is a game after all. However, when you take your feat, or your new ability, or gain a class feature, find a way to connect that to your personal character. Why did this mystic choose this spell? Why is armor so important to this soldier? What does taking the Get 'em Envoy improvisation look like for your character? These little level ups can be such great nuggets of inspiration for you to develop your own personality within your character. This can also be a great way to perhaps inspire whole conversations with other PCs. Maybe you level up together. Maybe one PC teaches another PC a skill, or maybe there's some backstory that comes out between the PCs with these exposure to new and wondrous powers. There may not always be a practical amount of time in game to do these kind of things, but I encourage you all to try and think beyond the numbers when it is time to level up or shop or even when you're in combat. Another transitional aspect of this episode is that, we are floating between two books of an adventure path. Sometimes there is information there to connect you to the next book. Sometimes there isn't. Either way, it is important to give the PCs a chance to reset or take stock before jumping into the next big mission, if you can. This next book has a lot of strange and harrowing situations coming up and will challenge the players in very new and creative ways. I'm very much looking forward to this one as our little space western crosses into a new frontier, the edges of the Atlantis Star Empire. This is a fairly long episode, our longest yet in fact, and we explore that transition to Book 2 all the way. But I think you'll find that this kind of time taken for character growth pays dividends later. I mean, how else am I going to make you sad when I kill one of the crew if I don't let you love them first? And with that, here is episode 20, Parting Drift. All right, we are officially in Book 2 territory.
I think we're also officially on episode 20?
Episode 20.
Wait, this is 20?
This is 20.
Episode 20.
I'm almost
y'all.
positive this is 20, yeah.
Yeah, get hype.
All right.
Yep.
This is
I'm
20.
hyped.
We made it there.
Woo!
Woo! Pickles!
Pickles!
You know, we've got a bit of a special thing going on for episode 20. As you guys may or may not know, I feel like you should know at this point, we generally play strictly on Roll20 apart from each other. But for this episode, for episode 20, we have Heath and John here in my house playing with me here in New Orleans.
Hey!
Saying hey from the kitchen.
In the great state of New Orleans.
Literally.
Yeah.
Because I don't care about anything else in Louisiana.
Well,
Well, we might have listeners in Louisiana.
That's
that are
fine.
offended by that.
That's just
I
my
absolutely-
opinion.
Let it be known that Heath's opinions do not reflect the opinions of Tom or Southern Tomfoolery.
Southern Tomfoolery.
They
This is very true.
absolutely don't. I'm a brash guy.
yeah, so it's 20 episodes in, y'all, and we're starting book 2. How are you feeling?
I'm kind of over it. We should stop.
Just quit, huh?
Yeah,
We all quit.
let's just go back and like stop doing this and just let's pivot to playing Munchkin instead.
Yeah, let's do that. I do actually want to try Munchkin. I've never played.
I have
What
a
is
copy.
Munchkin?
Mansions of Madness. That's a great one.
I would rather do Mansions of Madness, yeah.
You know what I think is a podcast area that's really missing out? That I don't understand why more people aren't doing?
Munchkin real plays?
No, Magic the Gathering.
I was going to say Magic.
Yeah, like, wouldn't that be great? Wait,
Oh,
no,
boy.
wait.
Hold on. No, wait. Counterspell.
Counterspell. Yeah.
Motherfucking blue players.
Or before you do that,
I flooped the pig.
counterspell.
I mean, why
Zach,
do you think I
Zach.
came to New Orleans, you know?
I'm going to give you a moment here to tell me. Are you up to making your best case on why blue is terrible in Magic? Can you do it in like 2 sentences?
No.
I'll give you 3.
I need a dissertation level presentation. I need time. I have to make charts. I have to like really get into it because I'm passionate about it. There's no way that I could sum it up in 2 minutes. But suffice it to say, blue is the worst color of Magic, and it should be banned in not just tournament play, but kitchen table as well.
Oh, hey. The epitome of blue is, you could sum it up to, a couple of things are going to happen.
So a couple of
shit.
things are going to happen. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to
for
play
sure.
this card. All right, a couple of things are going to happen.
When you do that, or before you do that,
Yeah, okay,
I'm going to
before
tap
that.
this, that. I'm going to tap all your creatures. I'm going to draw 3 cards, and I'm going to discard a card from your hand.
So does it surprise you
Congratulations.
that as the GM of your Starfinder game that I love blue?
Of course it doesn't.
Not
of
at all.
course it doesn't.
I
Oh my
Not
god.
expected
even
nothing else.
a little.
That is the least shocking thing I've ever heard in my
Yeah.
entire
There
life.
is no option B to that. I would just immediately say blue.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel
I
like
like red because boom.
I feel like I'm the least like blue personality. Like you wouldn't think I like blue, but I'm gonna defend it. I think blue has its place. You're just biased and hate losing.
Well, you guys are all entitled to your very wrong opinions.
Well, it's cool because I'm just going to bounce your opinion right back at you.
And draw 2 cards
Yeah.
while I'm at it.
I'm going
There
to
you
negate
go.
your opinion and gain 3 more right now.
I'm gonna gain 3 opinions from other players.
Right.
I'm going to
gonna
tap 2 of those opinions. No.
So,
They don't untap.
this is a very blue book that we're about to do. It's going to require a lot of espionage, a lot of information gathering. Let's do a little quick recap of where you're at now. You know, nothing too crazy, but book 1, you know, what did we figure out in book 1? So by the conclusion of the Reach of the Empire, you guys have liberated the colony. You have learned of the capture of Cedona and the mysterious technological relic that she discovered, which you then found out was the rune drive. You defeated the Aslanti vessel, the Berazad, in an amazing combat at the end of book 1. You also know that this confiscated relic, the rune drive, is something that you do not want in the Aslanti hands, because to be able to do interstellar travel without the use of the drift, with a empire whose entire goal is to take over all of the galaxies, this is bad news. You also know that this drive comes from pre-Gap Aslanti technology. You are likely hoping to rescue your friend. No, you have absolutely decided that you are going to rescue your friend, Cedona. You've hacked into Lieutenant Sharu's datapad and recovered a flight plan of the Aslanti courier ship that was carrying Cedona and the rune drive. And you know that the person behind this entire occupation in Nakondis is a man named Zolan Ulavestra, a Sardot in the Aslanti Empire. How are you guys feeling about all that?
Well, I think that clearly the best course of action going forward is to rest on our laurels and head back to the pools of paradise to celebrate.
That sounds like a plan.
You know, that's another thing is that we also discovered the real meaning of friendship, too. That's one thing I think you overlooked.
Maybe defeating the Aslanti Empire was just the friends we made along the way, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Maybe
how
the
that
real
Catalyst. Yeah.
God.
I mean, so the question started with what did we learn along the way? Is that how we started this thing?
No, it's like, how are you feeling about all this information and your next steps?
Ziva's feeling determined. Kind of throughout book 1 in particular, she was trying to figure out how to be a captain versus how to be like a manager, and she's kind of feeling a little bit more captain savvy, and she's ready to do this. She's ready to get Cedona back and get back home and do business, because fuck all these guys. Not y'all, the Nazi guys, the space Nazis.
Obviously, right?
Obviously.
Fuck the Nazis, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's I think we understood that.
The general consensus, I imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there'll be plenty of time to think about it, but before we do that, we have to deal with this message that Madeline has brought to you. If you remember at the end, kind of this intrusion into Weldy's party, Madeline showed up with a message from the stewards delivered directly to you. And I think Ziva scooped everybody up from the party, and I don't know, what did you guys do from there? You go to a quiet space, or?
No, we're gonna shout at the party! Wait, what?
Yeah, like, everybody stop!
Turn the music down! No, yeah, I think we go outside.
No, yeah, obviously, yeah. Let's go outside.
All right, so you go outside and you start downloading this message into your datapad. Phil, I assume you're doing this.
Yep.
And you notice that there's another file attached to the message that's a very large file that's downloading in the process, while this other message kind of pops up. And if you'll refer to Roll20, I will show you a picture of this person that pops up in your message. So you see this woman pop up with brown skin and short black hair. She's got like a little blue streak in her bangs, and she's wearing a kind of official uniform you recognize being that of the stewards.
Which are essentially the police.
Yeah, kind of like the
Starfinder
UN
setting. Yeah,
you know, like
worlds.
yes.
For the listeners, of course. Obviously, I knew that.
Right, because you're the one who knows how to play this game.
Exactly. I'm the most polished on the lore of anyone in the party, so got you.
So, anyways, this message pops up, and you see her speaking to you, and it's this recorded message. It says, "My name is Major Dipadra Evasco of the Stewards. I don't know for certain whether you will have a chance to receive this message, or if the Aslanti invaders we believe to be in Nakondis' orbit intercepted you. If you are listening, then you truly are as resourceful as we have been told that you are. And I have no qualms about relaying the following information. We recently received a troubling transmission from the Pact World's colony Nakondis. It was sent from an android named Cedona, with whom I believe you are acquainted. She informed us she had salvaged what she believed to be an experimental starship drive from an ancient wreck she discovered on the colony world, and that a ship from the Aslanti Star Empire had suddenly appeared in the colony's atmosphere. We have received no further transmission from the colony, leading us to assume her worst fears were true. That the Aslanti ship intended to attack the colony in order to lay claim to the device. Our records show you were contracted by Abadar Corp to carry the supplies to Nakondis, which leaves you as the only Pact World ship with a chance of knowing the exact situation on Nakondis. We are requesting your aid in a matter regarding the system-wide security of the Pact Worlds. If the Aslanti have indeed retrieved this experimental drive, we want you to enter the Aslanti Star Empire and attempt to either recover or destroy that drive. None of our ships are close enough to intervene in this situation in a timely fashion. We are willing to deputize you to operate in the Star Empire on our behalf for this mission. You come recommended by someone that we hold in very high esteem. We know that we are asking a lot from you with this request, and rest assured, you will be very well rewarded for your efforts when you return. If Cedona is still alive, I recommend you rendezvous with her as soon as possible. She will no doubt have far more information on the current situation than we can provide you. Beyond that, I can only hope you accept our offer and wish you good luck if you do. Avosco out. As that played through, Fel, you see that the entire data file that the stewards have on the Aslanti Star Empire was downloaded to your datapad.
Oh, nice. So, is that like a document or something you can actually share with me?
Yes. Basically, it's, and I will share you the full details shortly, but the main thing is a lot of stuff that you guys already know as players, okay? That they are a tyrannical civilization that hopes to achieve dominance over the entire galaxy. They continually annex colonies and planets and civilizations into their empire. In fact, something that your characters didn't know, and Fel, as you're reading this, you see a couple important incidents are listed in their report. First, it talks about the first encounter with the Aslanti, and it recounts the story of Hank and his attempt to hail them for the first time. That a Starfinder Society ship was destroyed 50 years ago after stumbling upon the Empire. There's a second event there that talks about the Aslanti attacking a Veskarium colony named Najin Korozayas.
Okay. So after this is all relayed, Orin is just gonna kind of pipe up.
I mean, are you telling us this, or did you keep it to yourself? I mean, that's your.
No, Fel's absolutely going to share that.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, Najin K is like where I grew up. That's the planet they took over.
So if I'm correct, Heath, Mike hasn't really shared the story of that with the party, right?
Yeah, you had your flashback, but I don't know that you shared that with us.
Not the proper story. You kind of mentioned in a
I have
a gruff
mentioned
yell,
Yeah.
like, but not in detail.
I think that Fell would probably put together that this is the colony that Mike has kind of talked about, just with a little intuition and kind of some realization or whatever. And you're reading the full details of this hostile takeover, the death count and everything.
Yeah.
You're getting a full, statistical analysis of the shit show that was. And so how do you feel about that, Fel, in regard, this kind of information coming to you about Mike and making that connection?
It's heavy. I'm not sure how else Fel would feel about it. It's definitely a lot to try and take in, especially with somebody that he's traveled with for a minute now.
Well, yeah. So how do you share this with the group?
So, guys, there's something else here. It's not just the message from her. There's all this information they had about, or that the stewards had about the Aslanti Empire. First the story of a starship having found them just about 50 years ago or so, and they just got decimated by them. Second was a colony that was attacked. Najim K. What was the second name?
And as you start to say it, Mike.
Yeah, it's like Najim K. And he starts getting the second word out.
Najim Korazayas.
Yeah. How did you know?
Well, if you notice, I assume in your dossier there, it mentions that's a Vesk planet.
Yeah.
That's where I grew up.
Oh, no shit.
That's my home.
Oh, my God. Well, I mean, if you ever wanted any more reason to hate the Aslanti, you got plenty of data here to back that up.
I think my ammunition against the Aslanti is pretty fully loaded, as I'd say.
Yeah, well. So, that's
yeah,
how
so
Fel
Orin
goes about
pipes
sharing.
up and says, all right, we have plenty of time to reminisce about old times on the way. Tracer's leaving tonight. Pack your shit. And Orin just starts to march off to go get the ship ready.
Yeah, definitely.
Sarcastically, Fel says, "Aye, aye, Captain."
Oh,
Ziva cuts you a hard side eye. And at that side eye, she's gonna say, once we've all packed up, maybe you can assemble the data that we took from the garrison, as well as the data that the stewards provide us, and we can have a fuller picture of the Aslanti's presence. Yes?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll do what I can to put it together. I'll sit down with Xena. We'll go over it and see what we can come up for you.
Very good. She just kind of stands up a little straighter, expecting an aye captain, but doesn't get one.
She does not get one.
She's a little miffed.
To be fair, though, the thing to Orin was very much sarcastic.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, but it's a good jab.
Completely escapes Zeno.
For sure. Mike?
Zeno's like, Orin's the captain now?
Mike, silently, without a word, just walks off and goes to get his shit ready. He's
just ready. He's ready.
And he's also had some heavy shit brought up. He's not trying to have any further conversation about.
Yeah, your entire party buzz was just killed.
Yeah. It's over. The party is over for Mike.
Right.
Yeah, as you guys are kind of leaving, you see some folks kind of standing at the entrance to the stables. Just I mean, you're all leaving. I mean, I get it though. It's been hard, and y'all have done a lot. I get it. Go get your rest. And you see Weldy kind of corralling the rest of the guests, who were trying to come after you. They wanted to talk more to you. You guys are the stars of the show, and you see Weldy kind of intuitively just scooping people up and pulling them back into the party and be like, no, it's cool. Like, y'all come back in here, man. We got some really good food and snacks that's not eggs or pickles. And, like, it's
well, then
bugles.
what's the point?
Trevor must have already dipped.
Now, Trevor's still playing music, right?
Yeah, Trevor's going to be the last one standing. You know that.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like, on the way out, just before he notices this, Weldy do that kind of for us, you know. Mike, like, lights a cigar, like, locks eyes with Weldy and, like, understands that he's trying to be cool and, like, keep people off of us, and he gives him a nod and then just walks away alone, smoking a cigar.
Yeah, Weldy just kind of gives you a little chin lift, you know, like, yeah, I got you, man. Thanks for coming. He kind of like mouths you, thanks for coming, man.
Out of character. How old is Weldy?
And he also thanks
mid-20s, right?
Fell. I'm thinking like he's 19.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He thanks Phil for like being a part of the show. He's like, man, that shit was so sick, bro. Like,
Right?
Yeah.
Wasn't that fucking awesome?
Yeah, that was dope. Like,
Weldy's a little buzzed at this point in the evening.
yeah, well, I'm definitely like real buzzed, you know.
I tell you what, Weldy.
Adam is drinking Elysian Space Dust IPA.
My boy.
To fully channel Weldy.
Oh,
this
wow.
evening.
Okay.
So I was drinking that probably 8 episodes ago, and it never came up. But that's been a staple for me.
Yeah,
with this.
I think it's a
It's a really good IPA too.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it's like a good like beer of choice for our podcast.
Thematically, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways,
Off in the distance, you guys hear the Tracer's engine start to, like, idle up.
Oren's just hanging out the side. Let's go!
he's like honking on the
Beeping the
horn.
horn.
Like, yeah.
Fucking space horn.
Yeah.
Well, Ziva's gonna go to kind of turn away and go towards the ship. But first she's gonna like kind of walk a little bit closer to Weldy and be like, Weldy, you put on a fabulous party. You're a lot cooler than I thought you were. If you ever make your way back over to Absalom Station, stop into the pools. We'll take good care of you. And she kind of nods and she walks off.
What? Dude, Sickle, did you hear that? We got like free still like the pools of paradise, man. Sickle like freaks out. Like he freaks out. Like
They already came.
like you just hear Zickle's wings like flutter like
That's so much worse. What about Trevor? What's Trevor do?
Trevor's
He's DJing
laying down
still.
tasty jams.
Don't even
still,
know.
like not even phased by
Trevor
any of it.
goes
Just
ham,
like
y'all.
Don't give a
Trevor's
fuck.
like 18 and a half, already been laid like 10 times.
Yeah, he's the only non-virgin in the group. Like
Right,
they
right,
all
right.
Trevor
they all
be straight
worship
up
Trevor.
yeah. Trevor and Cedona had a moment. Like that's how mellow Trevor is.
Damn, Cedona!
Typical.
robber. That's not canon. That's not canon.
That's not. We gotta leave that shit out, okay?
I mean, maybe it is.
Well, you'll have to ask her, I guess. So
Did you fuck Trevor?
we met this
Listen,
dude
we
who-
heard you fuck Trevor, Cedona. Not cool. Not cool.
I think
Okay.
it's pretty cool.
So Ziva, as you walk into the ship, you're thinking about this message that the steward sent you, and I need you to roll a culture or a sense motive, whichever's higher for you.
Okay, let's take a
I think
look.
one of them. I think your culture, you get like an extra D6 on top of it, right?
Yes.
That's that envoy shit, y'all.
Yeah, it's actually sense motive or culture, but I have higher culture, so we're gonna
Cool. It's built into the roll too. What'd you get?
23 on
20.
the without adding my extra D6. Hold on.
Are you
Oh wait,
sure?
did you say it's built in?
Oh, yeah, it's built in. However, 23 is enough either way. You realize that this message, it's true, but they're asking you guys specifically to do this because you are not anybody. Like, the reason the stewards aren't doing this is because if they make a move, that's sparking like an interstellar war.
Yeah.
Yeah, plausible deniability.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You sense that this mission is kind of like laden with some plausible deniability from the stewards. Like
Yeah.
they
want
want
that Black Ops shit.
I was just say
Yeah.
this is some offhand black ops.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Strictly under the table.
Rolling that check over, you also are thinking about it and realize that the Aslanti, Cedona being a captive of the Star Empire is particularly dangerous because the Aslanti, consider androids to be no more than slaves, and they don't even acknowledge androids as being sentient. They treat them literally like machines.
Yeah.
It's cold-blooded.
That is
Now-
It's cold-blooded.
Zeno probably has some feelings about that, but maybe we'll get to that once we get on the ship, because we've got a launch to do. As you guys are loading up your ship, Madeline comes up to you guys as a group. Says, "Well, you have been most helpful here. Thank you so much for everything that you have done. As a gift, I want you to have this." And he presents you a tactical railgun.
Shit.
Ooh. That sounds nasty.
Is that
Who's that
like
for?
a ship part? Or-
Tasty.
No, so this is a heavy weapon that can be found in the Starfinder armory on page 20. Doesn't matter right now. I'll give you the stats later. But you now are an owner of a pretty serious weapon.
Dude, it's a freaking railgun.
I was
Like,
gonna
if
say,
anybody's ever
yeah.
played,
Yeah, even the
anybody's ever played
smallest
Quake?
railgun is a pretty
It's
serious
still
weapon.
a railgun.
No,
Yeah.
I'm straight up thinking Quake, like one shot gives.
Yeah. And so as he gives it to you, Madeline says, "I want you to take this. And I want you to give the Aslantes the colonist regards. Preferably at high velocities." and he like clasps your shoulder. I feel like he's handing this to Mike just because Mike seems the most obvious person
Yeah.
that's capable of wielding this thing.
Big
It's
old
like,
lizard.
yeah,
Well-
he's a big old lizard.
Yeah.
But he's clasping you on the shoulder as he says this.
Yeah, and Mike accepts it or whatever, but he's still all up in his brain and his feels, and he's like, yeah, thanks, we appreciate it, without any real gusto, he's just ready to get on the fucking ship.
So all the colonists that you guys have interacted with are kind of there at the ramp to say goodbye to you as you are loading the ship. Do any of you have anything you want to say to any of the NPCs that you've interacted with? They're all there. Weldy, Corsica, Abretta, Jellic, Madeline, Ludvar. They're all there.
Ziva definitely wants to talk to Corsica.
Okay? Go ahead.
So she's going to kind of go over and just put out her hand, to shake her hand. And when she does, she's going to use limited telepathy and just kind of go into not even so much words into her head, but just feelings of kinship and friendship and just, I don't know, peace. So
Corsica looks at you dead eye, right? Just you guys lock eyes as you're kind of having this moment in the mental space. She doesn't say anything. She just nods as you're kind of communicating these feelings to her. And then kind of towards the end of this transmission, she just heaves heavily. She doesn't cry. She doesn't break down. You just see kind of one of those initial And then she just wraps her arms around you and pulls you close and says, Ziva, thank you. And know that I will protect this colony from any further engagement. And, well, just thank you. Thank you for standing up.
I assure you it was my pleasure to do so. And she just kind of like gives her a kiss on the cheek and smiles and just kind of walks away.
As you do, you see Corsica kind of step back, and you notice that she kind of puts her arm around Lidvar's waist.
Oh, indubitably.
And they kind of like sidle up to each other.
And she's going to kind of give him up down and go, wink, okay, like I approve, good job.
Like a
You go,
telepathic
girl.
thumbs up, you know?
Yes, a telepathic thumbs up, yes.
Yeah. Okay, anybody else?
Orin honks the horn.
Mike has to like immediately go in and fucking put down this giant gun.
All right.
On the way, he looks over. He's still like, he's like the slump shouldered guy, like all the wind got taken out of him with the Najin K thing memory, but he still like looks over and sees Weldy and like, just gives him a nod.
Weldy steps up to you and he says, Mr. Mike, listen, I just thank you for like giving me a chance, like I'm not going to squander it. I'm going to take the sword that you gave me and I'm going to learn how to use it, but I'm going to like learn how to use it for good, like I'm not going to be like them. I'm going to be like you, Mr. Mike. I'm going to be like you. I want to be like Mike.
I love that movie, right?
I knew
Oh my
it.
god.
For a good 2 weeks.
Been waiting for a chance to use
Since
that
he
one.
found out about Weldy, it's like somehow I'm gonna do it.
We're gonna make it work.
Yeah, so I mean, Mike turns towards Weldy. He's got this giant railgun like over his shoulder, just holding it. And he puts a hand on Weldy's shoulder and he says, "That's good to hear, son. That's all you can do, and that would make me very proud if I ever see you again." And just like walks away.
I feel like our fates are intertwined, man.
Are you trying to get like an invitation onto the ship? Because that ain't happening, mate.
No. I'm not
Spirits
going.
deflate.
I'm not going to like the Aslanti Empire. No.
All right, look.
You can have.
And he
you
like
can have
he was
that.
like already up the ramp halfway, and he turns around and he's like, "All right, I'm sorry," and he fucking just gives him a high five, like all right, let's fucking get this over with,
Yeah.
Zeno approaches Abretta and actually wants to say, the modification to my eye has been very satisfactory. I much appreciate your service and everything that you have done for us. Without your assistance, I don't believe this mission would have been possible. Thank you.
So, well, I mean, it's my pleasure, but listen there, Zeno. You really mean to go out there into the Aslanti Empire? Like, that's what your plan is. That's what y'all are wanting to do. Is you're going to go out there in the Aslanti Empire just after you finish getting rid of them out here. Your plan, you saw what happened to Jellic?
I did see what happened to Jellic, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Don't you think?
Our crew needs to go and rescue Cedona. Without Cedona, I would not be here. I would not have been mine.
I think that we could all say that to some degree, and when you put it that way, it makes me feel kind of bad that I'm not going with you, but it just seems so insurmountable,
You're
like
still fighting the good fight here.
Y'all all have to come back. Zeno, I'm looking at you. You're the one that has the most reason, right? That's you. You're the reasonable one. That's all you are. And I don't mean that mean, but that's you, right?
And he understands, and it's just kind of like this smallest smirk a little bit, and he winks his new computer eye.
She says, I need you to make sure that all of these people are safe. Will you do that? Please?
Yes, absolutely. I will make sure that they all are in good hands.
She says, I put a little surprise in there in your eye for you while I was putting it in.
I'll search the files. Thank you.
No. When you go to sleep, you're going to have the best dreams ever.
And he doesn't quite know how to take it. That's very mysterious, but he's pondering on it. He's just,
They'll get better as time goes on, too, as the program learns you.
Another honk.
Yes.
And he's about to ask why. He's about to ask why, and then he's just like, well, Godspeed to you and your crew.
Yeah, she says, yes. I guess that there's no time like the present. Please get Cedona and all of you come back safe, and thank you for everything that y'all did here. My lawn is safe. My water is safe. My Jellic is safe. Thank you.
So as Zeno is talking to her, Fel beckoned towards Zickle and wanted to have a couple words with him. So I assume Zickle, he approaches Zickle and it's like, hey, look, I know we didn't get to talk too much, but you seem like a smart kid. So tell you what. You can have this. Let me see. You got your data pad on you?
I mean, no self-respecting technological person goes anywhere without his data pad.
My man. All right, let me see it real quick. And he takes it from him and transfers the schematics, the plans for his exocortex, like the base plans for it, to Zickle's datapad, and says, all right, so look, I want you to have this. I want you to maybe someday use it, but if anything, it'd be something fun to tinker around with. The only thing is, you have to make changes. Make it your own. Don't just use what I did.
Jeez, Phil. I no. Oh God, this is too much. No, but he, in all seriousness, he's like, yes, Mr. Phil. I feel like you're the only one who's ever understood me. I mean, my friends, they're my friends, but. Thanks, Mr. Phil.
And Phil gives him, kind of squats down because he's so tall and gives him a hug and is just like, look, us techies got to stay together, right? He purrs in my ear.
That's his wings.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
He just came.
Exactly.
So that's the same horn.
At this point, the tracer is certainly starting to hover an inch or two off the ground.
Well, and like Mike's already been on there for a minute too, so he's already put the gun down. He's just sitting there next to Aaron's chair, hurry these motherfuckers up. We're united in our purpose for once,
To be fair, though, Zach, that conversation was happening at the same time that Zeno's was.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
so that was the same horn at the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all the same gag.
Nice.
But you guys get on the ship, and what you gained from your information from Sharu's tablet is that you realize that there's this route that you can take. It's a courier's route that will take you into the Aslanti Star Empire and specifically into the NIS system. The travel chart ends at a moon in the NIST system called Gulta. And so that's where you're going to set your course. Everybody waves goodbye to you. Everybody cheers you guys as you lift off the ground and leave Nakondis. You guys are leaving Nakondis. I want you guys to walk me through this lift off and blast off into the drift as a crew. Because I feel like at the end of book 1, you guys came together as a crew. So I really want to hear, how does the Epic Tracer take off into the unknown? Captain, let's start with you.
Okay, so everybody gets on board and kind of takes up their positions. And Ziva kind of goes to the captain's area. And she says, all right. And I'm sorry, out of character, would this be Fel or Zeno that would like lay in courses?
I think that would be Zeno.
That would be Zeno.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Fel's like the mechanical guy doing physical stuff on the ship.
Heard.
Yeah.
Zeno, science officer.
Cool beans. So then, yeah, definitely she says, all right, everyone ready? Zeno, lay in the course. Let's steal ourselves and go get our girl.
Course being uploaded. Now pulling over to the navigation panel. I sweep it over to Oren's.
Yeah, I mean, I take it Oren is flipping switches and like turning knobs, and like you hear the engines, and he grabs the controls and just starts lifting off, you know, hovering higher and higher.
So the Epic Tracer kind of... Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, as he's doing that, like after Zeno said that, patched him or sent the navigation info over to him, Fel rattles off that weapon system's good. Shields are good. Sense is good. I mean, we're all green. We're good to go.
It appears that the coordinates will take us through the Nista system and into the moon Golta. This will take approximately 23 days.
Ah, fuck, I didn't realize it was that far away.
All right, well, hike up your panties, folks. We're fixing to jump.
And Oren throws the thruster into the drift, engages the drift engine, and again that milky white, like kind of like separation between the fabric of normal space and drift space appears, and you shift into the drift, and you guys find yourself on a travel into the drift for nearly a month. So there's some things here. You guys leveled up.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like, if you remember a couple episodes, you leveled up.
Right.
And with that, I want you guys to talk to me about your level up in the scope of this journey. I feel like a lot of the things that you guys are learning with this level up are things that you would be spending this time developing. On top of that, there's probably some things you want to say to each other. So what I want you guys to do is take these 23 days and talk to me about your level up, and talk to me about the things that you want to share with each other.
So,
as you head into Aslanti fucking star space.
first and foremost, Fel, after we're in the drift and we've settled in, Fel wants to brief everybody on what modifications he directed them to do to the ship.
Very good.
So, all right, guys. Just figured out ought to let you know, give you a little brief. We got some new countermeasures on here. We changed out from Mark 1 to Mark 4, and mechanically that changes a target lock, or TL. Used to be +1, now it's +4. So tracking
legit.
weapons will be a lot
That's
harder
legit.
to hit.
Yeah.
That's good. That's big. Yeah.
Very cool.
You guys know about that torpedo launcher we grabbed from the Bearzod?
Yeah.
Yep. And you also have the transponder from Bearzod, so you're reading as the Bearzod right now.
All right.
Oh, very
so
nice.
Mike, as you can see on that weapons panel over there, out on our port side, that torpedo launcher is set over there. I mean, I didn't really know where to put it. Couldn't really put it on the front because that was already taken by the missile launcher we already had. But It's hanging out on the port side. So anything comes over on that arc, just go ahead and blast them with it.
Oh, perfect. Look, it's fine. I'll make do, right?
And that specifically mechanically, it's a little bit weaker damage-wise than the high explosive missile launcher we have on the forward arc, but it has the quantum property, which makes it to where you can reroll missed attacks, which is huge.
What?
Yeah, like you get once per combat, you can reroll a missed attack to make it hit.
Hell yeah.
Or not to, I mean, just reroll to see if, get another
See if
chance.
you can hit.
Yeah, it's basically like if you roll, you miss, you can roll again if you want to.
Yeah.
And Mike, Ziva, I know you guys are talking about like Ziva trying to get some training in. So I had them install a recreation suite, set up kind of like a gym, a training area, something like that for you guys. So, hope that you can make some good use of that.
That is very thoughtful. Thank you.
Fucking Mike locks eyes with Ziva and it's like, all right.
Mike throws a rock at Ziva.
Yeah, I throw a rock at her immediately. Like,
why do you bring rocks on a spaceship?
because training began 2 days ago, right?
What else? I think you also converted a couple other of your cargo holds, right?
Oh yeah. I've got a couple more things.
Yeah.
So I figured it'd be a good thing for us to have a medical bay. Just in case somebody comes up with a disease or something, not like this curse I'm dealing with, but to kind of.
I'm so hungry.
I really am. This fucking gruel, guys. Like you don't even know.
You don't like gruel.
And then I also put in an arcane laboratory. I initially thought maybe a science lab for Xeno, but talked to some of the guys and they were like, no, let's go arcane with it. So yeah, we got that too.
Oh, we like at that room now.
No, we're still sitting hanging out on the bridge.
Oh,
I'm just talking to you guys
right
through
now,
the PA.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, that's. I mean, I'm really pleased with how the trace is coming along. Like this thing's fucking sweet now.
Very much so.
I mean, and I just have to interject here. I've been watching a lot of The Expanse, and just y'all got a fucking cool ass ship now. The Epic Tracer is becoming iconic for this. You know what I mean? And I feel like I'm using that word correctly. It's such a cool ship for y'all. And you're personalizing it, making it your own. It's pretty dope. Pretty dope.
No, I'm beyond happy with this. I honestly, this starship is one of my favorite parts of this entire game.
Nice.
It's not a character, but it is to me.
It's getting
kind of
its
a
own
character.
personality for sure.
It's the sixth party member.
And that's coming from a real life aircraft mechanic. I am loving this ship.
Yeah. Cool. So the ship has leveled up to a tier 3 with all those improvements. As I said, you have the transponder in there now that is signaling y'all as the Berazad, which is how you're going to try to get into the Aslante's star space. But you have some time between now and that re-entry into normal galaxy space. So what do you guys do over the next couple weeks?
So I'll go first real quick.
Okay.
Oren is going to have, over the course of the, several weeks, going to have sort of a routine that's almost like a ritual. And when he's not eating or sleeping, every morning, he'll, in his quarters, take apart his rifle. All the way down to every little bolt and pin, and disassemble it, make sure everything's clean, and then completely reassemble it. And it's almost Zen-like, daily, every day.
His mantra, yeah.
Yeah, when he's not doing that, he'll be sitting at the pilot's chair reading a book of some kind. And when he's not doing that, and when Mike and Ziva aren't in the training room, he's going to use the training room to develop this spell that he's working on. And it starts off he'll just go and sit in the center of the training room and close his eyes, hold out his left hand, and little bits of like tendrils of energy will start to come out of his fingertips and manifest into this little mote of like purplish, bluish looking cosmic energy. And it starts off really shitty looking, okay? But over the course of that, he eventually develops it into a kind of a solid looking form. And, you know, by the time it's all said and done, he's able to, with his mind, control this mode of energy and have it like shooting and darting all around the room on his command.
Nice.
And that's going to be a new spell that I am going to
Yeah, so very nice. I want you to take an inspiration. A little plus 2 inspiration.
Thank you, sir.
Actually, it's going to be a plus 3 now going forward.
What? That is legit.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
A couple of things I want to, as we start to get into this leveling up process. So, mechanically, Zach just described Oren's level up. He got a new spell, and he also is focusing on his weapon to make it hit better. He's trying to figure out a way to make this thing hit better. And so you took a feat, right? Weapon focus?
Correct.
Or is it focus?
Focus or specialization?
I think it's focus.
It's focus, long arm focus.
Yeah. So what he's trying to do is not miss so much. So that
Right.
you know, so he's taking apart his gun and all that, and then he's learned this spell, which is Wisp Ally. Very great, good description, inspiration. I'm going to say a couple things about how this game is going to progress going forward now that we're at level 3. Number 1, we are introducing the critical cards.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Damn.
Both
Yep, I'm gonna die.
Both
We're
need
all
to be
dead.
confirmed.
We'll see ya.
Okay. To
So
draw
how
a
does-
card,
how does
about to
confirmation
explain.
work?
Right. So if you get a crit, you roll again to confirm. Any hit confirms. It doesn't have to be another crit. Just another roll that hits is a crit. Confirms the crit and you get the card. If you fail to confirm the crit, then it's just a normal crit. Okay? The card gives you the extra options. Critical fail, you have to confirm the crit fail, which means you have to miss again, but you're at a -5 on that roll.
Oof.
But that also applies to every enemy that is named or significant. It doesn't necessarily have to be named, but significant, like a boss or a named enemy. Okay?
Gotcha.
Okay.
Alright.
Four.
All right, and these are coming from Paizo, so these are official, but they're not balanced. They are crit cards. They're to add some extra pizzazz to the proceedings. They're dangerous, but they're fun. We'll see how they go.
Paizo pizzazz.
Okay.
Sorry.
Second
Some
thing that's
pizzazz
changing.
on this.
Second thing that's changing is I've decided to shift from doling out XP to going to milestone leveling.
That's awesome.
I think milestone leveling is better for the progress of our podcast and keeps you guys guessing. And I can dole out XP as I see fit to get you to where I need to be, where you guys need to be for the campaign. Those are the changes that I'm going to make. And also that right now, for this book, your inspirations will be a +3 instead of a +2.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Okay,
I like
so I
it.
tried to balance everything out. You know, crit fails are brutal, no doubt about it. You're more likely to confirm a crit fail. I realize that I'm putting that in there. All you internet people that are about to yell at me for that, deal with it. This is what we're dealing with. This is what we're doing. Technically, you don't have to confirm the fumble, but I want to at least there be an option to negate that if it's really bad. So that's where we're at. Let's go to Mike.
The first night, I mean, he's, you know, in a bad way. Like mentally, he's not trying to like really deal with anybody. So he goes to bed pretty quickly. Like he gets on the ship, sees, you know, checks out the guns, makes sure they're operational, and then just goes and claims a bunk, you know, or claims a quarters, and just goes to bed. Like obviously feeling kind of down. But at 4:30 in the morning, once everyone else has gone to sleep, he walks into Ziva's room and starts throwing rocks at her to wake her up.
All right, so as somebody who's actually been to basic training, that makes me so happy.
Yeah. Well, that's what he does. He walks in and just starts trying to pelt her right in the forehead with rocks.
Ziva, why don't you roll a dexterity save? So that'd be a reflex.
Yeah. Natural 20. I catch the fucking rock.
She catches the rock, dude.
Nice. No, that's awesome. Like, he throws the first rock he goes to throw at you. You just, like, wake up and, like, catch it out of nowhere. And he smirks a little bit. He smiles. Like, that definitely pleases him as your trainer. That means we're not starting from zero, you know? And he says, all right.
Starting from Ziva.
Get up. Getting your training thuds. And bring your soul with you. You got 47 seconds. And he tells you come on, and he goes to the gym.
It's clean 48 out of 55 seconds.
Yeah.
Clean.
You were 1 second late.
No. She gets there in 30 seconds.
Does she?
She doesn't get
she was
primped
already
and proper and she was
Nope.
dressed. She went to
She was
sleep
already
dressed.
dressed.
What is she dressed in?
She rolled a nat 20 on that reflex. She's ready.
Yeah. She did a fucking cartwheel out of bed into her shoes. Like, okay, that's like... No, she's just kind of wearing a... just sort of like a very plain kind of bodysuit, like a training... I'm thinking in my mind I see Hunger Games attire type thing.
Yeah, I dig that.
So, but yeah, she was basically in a onesie, ready for training.
Nice.
So I need you guys to describe to me your training facility. What does this look like?
Yeah, so I mean, Mike talked to Fel a little bit before the upgrades were done and got him to relay kind of what he wanted. So it's interesting because it's a decent sized, training facility, but it's split in half, like down the middle. And the left half is, it reminds you of like a boxing gym. Like it's got, punching bags, and it's got those like Taekwondo wooden dummies, that you do like your punching exercises on. And all kinds of weightlifting equipment and stuff like that. It's very much like
Strength training. Oh my god, strength training side.
Stretching.
Got it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
It's strength training. I mean, it's got, there's jump ropes hanging on a rack. There's boxing gloves hanging on a rack. There's a small, it's probably, like 2/3 the size of a normal boxing ring, but there's a boxing ring in there, But the right side is, it's kind of weird. Like when you walk in there, you look, and it just looks like a bunch of like barrels and discarded boxes and stuff. But Mike has set up a like an obstacle course.
Okay.
Yeah. So he comes in first day and he beckons you to the left side of the room where the boxing gym is. Before he even takes you to a piece of equipment, he says, "You got your sword with you?"
Of course. And she kind of like pulls it off of her, I imagine, a back sheath, because that's badass.
Yeah. And
that's the most badass.
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
Even though it's
the
so
most
impractical to have a back sheath, like, it's so impractical.
Yeah.
Just BT dubs.
Yeah. And Mike,
that's why she's in training, man.
As to say, and he tells her that.
yeah, that's very practical, right? But Mike walks up to her, squares up like face to face with her, and Mike is in like gym shorts and some like sneakers, like no shirt, like nothing. And this is the first time you've ever probably seen him without armor on, other than Weldy's party, But he's ripped the fuck up. He's got a bunch of fucking tattoos and shit, and he's got a very determined look in his eye, and he says, "Swing that fucking sword at me."
And she does.
Oh, yeah, let's get a roll.
Like hardcore.
Let's get a roll. You're gonna be without your armor bonus here.
I know.
Heath. Okay.
Which is, I'm not exactly sure what it is. 18.
That's gonna hit you.
She's gonna hit.
18.
10 damage. I mean, you like catch him and actually like hurt him. like cut him with the sword. And he's like bleeding.
Maybe,
Huh?
yeah, like maybe like he catches the sword with his hand, you know, but like she pulls it out and like just like rips his hand open, you know, like he thought he had it, but she pushed through just a little further in than he
I've
expected.
been doing extra wall push-ups. I'm a bit stronger.
Like, see, I'm fine with her hitting him. Like, he gets hurt, but he's then immediately gonna fucking, like, do a Judy chop kind of thing and snatch the sword out of her hand.
All right, so you don't pull it away from her, but you do catch it, you know? So, like, you're kind of holding it and looking at her in the eye. What do you say to her? Like, you stop it from, like, going further than it could have, you know? Like, you still kind of have the upper hand on this, but you don't disarm her.
Yeah, and holding the sword, like, in my bleeding hand, you know?
That's metal.
Yeah, it's pretty metal. But I, like, look you right in the fucking eye and say, that's a decent start, but you don't deserve this sword yet. And he's gonna request that you give him the sword until your training is done.
I assume that we will be doing something other than swordplay then?
We'll be doing a whole lot more.
And she relinquishes the blade.
All right, yeah.
All right. So at this point, it becomes kind of like a montage of training, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
I mean, right off the
like-
bat, he knows he's got to, like, get her strength up a little bit, you know, like, get her to where... I mean, she did good with the first sword swing, for sure, but he's going to have her doing push-ups and jumping rope and running cardio
Wall push-ups.
and all this. For the first, like, you know, probably 10 days of the trip, she's gonna hate it. She's just like getting sweaty and like lifting heavy stuff and jumping rope and you know, all that like basic workout stuff until he deems that she's ready to move up. And then when he does, he says, you know, it's probably like 10 or 11 days in. He's like, all right, today we're gonna do something different, right? He says, go over here to the right side of the gym. I want you to get behind that far left back crate, all right? And he has walked in this day with a BB gun. It's like a space BB gun tucked into the back of his gym shorts. And he says, all right, I want you to like move from barrel to barrel, box to box, and try to get up to me with getting shot as few times as you can. And like, I'm not trying to do like it's gonna take a bunch of rolls, but he wants to do like Assassin's Creed, like a Metal Gear Solid, like sneak between boxes without getting shot, and he's just gonna be
straight up training
peppering
round,
her with a BB gun.
Yeah.
You know,
This is good.
At least it's not paintball. He's ruined my outfit.
I mean, I think he probably catches her a few times.
Yeah. So
throughout the
I would
course of
say
it.
that over the course of this trip, this training, that Ziva, by the end of it, starts to feel much more confident wielding a two-handed weapon, like confident being a melee combatant.
Well,
you know,
I was gonna say the last week he like gives her the sword back, and we start truly like hack and slash every single day, sparring with the sword.
Yeah. And so mechanically that translates to you taking advanced melee as a feat, right?
Correct.
And what else do you get at third level?
I got a skill, expertise talent. Sorry, I was having a dyslexic moment there. And I took that talent to be skilled linguist.
Or otherwise known as
A cunning linguist.
Cunning linguist. I'm not gonna lie. Like 80% of taking that was just
For that joke.
Yeah. Well, it's like seeing it. It's like they weren't allowed to make that joke in the game, but we are.
Yeah. Okay, so very good. Both of you guys can take some inspirations for that. Quickly, Mike, tell me about what you get as a soldier at level 3.
So I think throughout the month, when he finishes his sessions with Ziva, Mike continues to like train in the gym, but he puts a real emphasis on like cardio and like controlling his breathing and stuff like that. And he takes the toughness feat. And the toughness feat gives me a stamina point for every character level I have even the ones I've already leveled up. And a +4 bonus to Constitution checks to do all kinds of stuff, like to continue running, to avoid damage from a forced march, to hold your breath, to avoid damage from starvation or thirst. And you get a +4 to Fortitude saves from hot and cold environments, to withstand harmful effects of thick and thin atmospheres, choking, all that stuff.
So you're a big, tough old lizard.
Yeah, I'm even more tough.
Yeah, he's even bigger old lizard.
As if you needed to be tougher.
Yeah, always.
He's talking
Perpetual.
to
Always
And
be
the
tough.
last effect I get a bonus to is sleep deprivation. So
I think that we've established that I'm gunning for Mike, so any amount of toughness is
the way to go.
worthy.
Important, helpful.
So,
For
so
All right.
as a very quickly, as a segue from the toughness thing, after that first day of training with Ziva, when he catches the sword with his hands and cuts him up, he acts stoic and tough the whole time and still goes through the training session. And when she leaves, he very quietly goes to Zeno's room and is like, "Hey, mate, you gotta come to the med bay, right, and fix me up."
in the same vein, every day pretty much for the first 10 days or whatever, where she's really grunting it out. She's not complaining, she's trying really hard to be just do the work, you asked for this, get where you need to be. And so she's being cool, but when she goes back to her room and she pulls off her shoes and her hands are all bloodied and stuff from are swollen and stuff, and she just she cries a little, not she's actually hurt, but her digits are messed up, and that's just not aesthetically pleasing.
Oh, she is her vanity is what's hurt.
A little bit, yeah.
All right, so segueing to Zeno then. Talk to me about what you're doing on this trip.
Zeno is, I suppose he's wandering, really. I mean, always as an android, he can't not be busy. He's got to find tasks, whether it's be on the inside himself or on the outside. We're going to start off that at some point. As he's kind of taking his own tour of the ship, past bulkheads and past different other rooms and whatnot, he's going to stop by Fell's spot, his space, where he does the majority of his work, where his tools are. And whenever Fell's not there, he just happens to notice just the mess that just happens to be around, and and for him that is just no, this is not going to happen, So he's going to spend a couple of minutes rearranging Fell's tool drawer.
Oh god.
Yes.
By physical size, by gauge, by
God.
purpose, And then he's gonna just quietly leave, task done,
He label everything.
Yeah. He labeled everything too,
Just labeled and
Just
shadow
walking
boxed.
around with a brother
exactly.
label maker.
Yeah. Walk around with a label maker.
No, he's got a label maker built into his skull. He's just
just spits it out right out of his mouth. Yeah.
it just deposits out. Wrench.
Yeah.
Exocortex.
Yeah.
He just puts it on
Put a label
Fell
on
as
his
he's asleep.
exocortex,
Like labeling each one of the individual Allen wrenches, even to the small
Yes.
ones, where it's the label won't fit on them, but he's I'm putting it on there, god damn it.
Let's go.
So real world talk.
Uh-huh.
We do that shit at work.
Oh,
Label
Seriously,
everything?
We'll label
every
everything?
single thing, every piece of equipment, no matter how small, is etched with an individual barcode identifier.
Yep. You gotta
Yeah,
keep
absolutely.
track of that
Inventory.
property, man.
Oh
That
yeah.
shit's important.
We're drawing from real life experiences here
Yes.
to create
Oh, yeah.
create this masterful narrative.
So
Exactly.
Zeno, talk to me about your level up, not so much your OCD tendencies.
Okay, yes, okay.
That was great, though. I'm going to give you the inspiration for that,
love
not
it.
your level up
Okay,
talk.
sorry.
I love it
There
so
was no
much.
No, don't be. I'm giving you
Okay.
the inspiration for that.
Okay.
But I want to hear about your level up.
Okay, so pretty much my level up consists of 3 things. The first 2 are class features. I do get a spell focus, which bumps my spell DC by 1. Also tech lore, which also bumps my computer and engineering skills by +1. And I also get another level 1 spell, which I am going to keep close to the chest.
Oh. Sneaky. Sounded like a Skeksis.
A Skeksis, yeah, definitely. That's absolutely what I was going for right there. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Like, do you have anything else
Yes,
you want to do on this trip?
Yes, I do. Right. He's like I said, he's wandering.
Okay.
So the next thing that he plans on doing is that he's gonna go over to the bridge, so to speak, the cockpit. And he's just kind of like looking, almost kind of like trying to find a way to speak to this mysterious and yet grumpy man.
Yeah, if Oren's in the cockpit, he's reading a book.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. And so,
he's got
almost
his feet,
like you
propped up on the dash.
on the console, absolutely, yeah.
And you can imagine, like, Zeno is kind of like, he's kind of like, tracing his fingers along the consoles and everything, and just kind of like looking over here, wandering over here, and it's just like thinking of a way that he's gonna. So,
I mean, out of the corner of your eye, you see Oren like lower his book and look over and oh, yeah, what do you want?
I didn't see you there. Yeah. And I was, in fact, it's funny that you mentioned that I was just looking for you. So have you been able to look over at the coordinates sent? They seem to be the most optimum trajectory. It seems to take us through ionic storms and other magnetic events. And, he's just kind of like blathering ad nauseum about fucking, physical sciences and whatnot,
Weather patterns and things.
Exactly. Space weather, heliophysics and whatnot, But he's just trying to small talk to the best to his ability, because he's just so he's interested in Oren and the fact that you're the only one that he can't get a read on,
Right. So as you going over Oren's fine, but all right, you got a point with all this or what?
Well, I was looking to get to know the crew better. And I have to be honest, I do not know much about you. I do know that your skills in piloting are unrivaled, it seems. You did a very good job against the Barazad. And so far, you seem to be managing yourself. You seem very capable, both on the field as well as in the ship. And I just wanted to say thank you and that I'm glad you're with us. I'm glad to be a part of this group.
Well, Zeno, I don't know what to say, man, but I guess I appreciate it. Did you want something, or did you just kind of butter me up?
And at that point, he's just going to be like, well, not really. I suppose I can go and tend to my other duties. Are you enjoying your book?
Fascinating.
Good. Then I shan't keep you.
I was really into it before you showed up.
Then I shan't keep you further. So enjoy your book, and I will see you later. And he walks out.
So right before Zeno gets like out of earshot, Oren turns and says, "Thanks."
And he just kind of turns his head without turning around. He says, "Anytime."
Walks out.
Yeah, and then just walks out. And then one more thing.
Well, we'll come back to that.
Okay.
Go ahead. Phil.
All right, so let's roll back a little bit to the first day. Phil, after giving his presentation on the new things that he has there, pulls Mike aside and it's like, "Hey, buddy, this new armor I got's like, I mean, it's fucking incredible, but I mean, it's so green. I don't like green. Aslanti are green, so and on top of that, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't fit right. You think you ought to, you might could, help me out with that? Like, I know you made your own armor. You made that gauntlet you got. Like, you think you could help me make some modifications to this thing?"
Yeah, I'm assuming this is like the first day after we boarded the ship.
Yeah. This is after we blasted off.
So I've already like
almost immediately
woken
after.
Ziva up at 4 a.m. and trained her, and now I'm done.
Yeah.
So yeah, he like kind of puts his hands in his pockets so you don't see that they're fucking bleeding and wrapped up. It's like, yeah, mate. I mean, we can look at it, see what we can do, right? Like if you want to go fuck with the lab or whatever, the workshop. We don't have a workshop. Where are we?
I mean,
doing
it's
this?
just empty cargo space that where my toolbox is. Actually, you know what? Let's place this immediately after Zeno has rearranged my toolbox.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry, I got all the tools right here.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah. So he walks in and like unlocks his toolbox because of course it's locked.
You keep
unlocks his
a
toolbox.
nice tidy toolbox there, mate.
The fuck? No, I don't.
I mean,
What is
looks
this
like
shit?
you do.
I didn't. I don't even know where anything is anymore. Like, what the fuck is this?
He even made a chart. Look, he's got a chart for where everything is.
Oh shit!
Oh, thank God.
This had to be Zeno, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was, right?
That son of a bitch. Oh my god! You know what?
The chart's labeled.
Yeah, like
You know what?
It's like a It's like a
It's a
chocolate
chart.
box. It's like a box of chocolates. Like you open it, and it has a little diagram of where everything is supposed to be in which slot. This is
How
the
to
Roman
eat it,
nougat.
and like if in
Yeah.
the procedure, if you choke on it, how to perform the Heimlich maneuver.
How to perform the Heimlich? Yeah. I don't know where a fucking thing is. Like, oh my god! All right, you know what?
He like added in a bunch of safety gear. There's like goggles and gloves.
There's actually goggles, gloves,
Yeah.
like hearing protection.
Yeah.
And they're all polished.
And I absolutely think it's canon that like the whole time Zeno is doing that, he's just like smiling, like I'm doing something so helpful. This is going to be great.
Exactly.
He's gonna
And
love
then
this.
As
He will
fellas,
appreciate this very much. Yes.
as Fel is looking through this stuff, you just Zeno hears from like the other side of the ship. Zeno, what the fuck?
And of course, after about 5 seconds, he just kind of strolls in there. Yes, Fel.
What did you do to my tools?
Oh,
I had everything. I knew where everything was. Now it's all arranged and organized. Like, how am I fucking supposed to work with this?
it's much more efficient. Wouldn't you agree?
Look, I'm not about efficiency. I'm about doing a damn good job.
Yes, but you should know where everything is now because I organized it. You just simply have to remember where everything is again. That should be simple, correct?
Yeah, and this goes on back and
Yeah,
forth, right?
for sure. And
so-
eventually
so
we
real
work
quick-
on the armor.
Yeah, so the armor gets modified, so it's not so obviously Aslanti.
What color?
I've got one more thing for Fel.
What color though?
Color's gonna be blue and orange
And
because
then
it's
real,
stylish as
real
fuck.
quick, what's the main thing you get at level 3? What'd you get?
Main thing at level 3, I got weapon specialization and I got overload.
Overload, nice.
Overload's pretty sweet. Weapon specialization gives me a weapon type. Gives me specialization and a weapon type that my class did not start with. So I took long arms
Nice.
in that.
Nice.
So I get extra damage with my rifles.
Cool.
Overload. Let's see. It causes a short and electronic device, including most ranged energy weapons, melee weapons with a powered special property, or single armor upgrades. it makes that device non-functional for 1 round. So I can literally disable a rifle. Yeah. Like I can short out, like overload the energy going to that
just
thing.
Like you did at Weldy's party when you overloaded everybody's brains, man.
Overloaded everybody's brains with the hobgoys.
God.
Cool. All right.
And I have one more thing I want to do with Fel.
All right.
So for the rest of the trip, there's casual conversation here and there and spending time with the crew, getting to know them a little bit better. But he spends a lot of time in his bunk, kind of laid back, and eyes closed and tapping or like typing on his thighs. In this process, he is working on an AI for his exocortex.
Oh, cool.
There you go.
So,
an AI.
there'll be an actual
voice in your head.
Maybe mechanically it should come into play later mechanically, but he's it's kind of a rudimentary AI that he's building to kind of assist him, kind of a Jarvis to his Iron Man exocortex.
Very cool.
Artificial personality is dope.
Yeah,
that's great.
But just before the end of the trip, towards the end of it, I think Mike goes to Auron one day while he's reading his book or whatever, and says he like walks up and he like thinks about it, like how do I interrupt him, and then he just kicks his chair. So hey mate,
yeah, what is it, Mike?
So like I thought about something. It's a bit morbid, but like, what if you died? Who's gonna fly the ship? And I'll have you know, I'm something of a pilot myself. And he asked, like, would you mind, like, look, just in case, God forbid, anything happened and I needed to fly this ship, you mind showing me the ropes a little bit?
Oren looks real long at the controls. You know what I mean? Like, ugh. And then finally acquiesces and says, yeah, sit down, Mike, and we'll show you some things.
And I think throughout the course of that, you probably come to realize he actually is a pretty decent pilot.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And Oren will show you all the ins and outs of how to fly the treasure.
Right. So you guys have this journey, right? And all these things go on. You guys get better at your skills. You get closer together. And I feel like as we get toward the end of the journey, I see this scene where all of you are kind of sitting together in the galley, having a meal. You know that you're getting close to your destination as well as you can know in the drift, you know? That's getting close. And you guys are having this meal together. It's eggs and pickles given to you from the rations.
No.
It's disgusting.
But Weldy has snuck in some pepperoni and some bread and some mayonnaise and some chocolate chip cookies.
Were they that fucking hard up?
So heady. Such a heady snack, dude. Like,
I imagine Fel is just excited about getting like some real
He can't
food.
eat any of it.
Fel,
no, because it's already
been a week. It's been a week. Yes,
yeah.
so you're cured.
Yeah,
exactly.
Fel is all about
all
about some pepperoni sandwiches.
I mean,
so you
and
guys,
chocolate chip cookies to walk it down.
Yeah, so you guys are sitting around this table, and Mike and Zeno, I think it's time to talk about how you met. As you're getting there, you guys are all thinking about Cedona, realizing that you're about to be in Aslanti star space. It's got to be on your minds, right?
Yeah.
And you've got the whole crew there kind of munching down. What do y'all do? What do y'all say?
It's very organic, Adam. Very organic. We just bust out, hey, you wanna know how we met?
Well, I feel like
how you met.
I mean, I feel like you guys have been sitting around eating, kind of shooting the shit, you know, at this point. Like, this is kind of purposefully a crew meal. You guys have all kind of been doing your things on and off throughout the trip, you know.
Let's play it off to where Fel like kind of recalls that, you know, the two of them and the ship, and they kind of had a bit of a run-in before, and Fel straight up asked him, like, so how'd you guys meet?
Well, interesting you should ask, right? I got hired by Cedona, who seems like she got contracted by the Android Abolitionist Front, or one of their representatives named Aeon. But they got a signal that, there was a slaver ship nearby-ish that the Android Abolitionist Front wanted us to liberate, as it were. So Cedona hired me for muscle. I went, and I went with Aeon. It's just me and Aeon, and we boarded this slaver ship full of goblins. So that was fun. But it was led by this drow piece of shit. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Once I got on the ship, I ran into Zeno, and you remember that?
I was a slave.
Yeah, you were a slave.
Just interject real quick. I was playing the slave.
Such a Zeno statement.
He's not wrong though.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I got on the ship, we breached it, and the first cargo hold we got in, I see Zeno, and he's tied up to this crazy mechanism looking thing that's got hoses and electrical wires all coming out of his head and all kind of stuff like that. I assumed they was probably dampening his magical powers with it.
It's a good thing you didn't pull the wrong hose. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, well, I seen him, and as soon as I walked up, I was like, "Hey, mate, I'm not the guy to do this. So if you can walk me through it, I can detach you. If not, who knows?" And he did. He walked me through it. He's very smart. You there? You awake, buddy?
Yeah. Thank you.
Anytime you want to jump in, it's fine.
Well, after he liberated me, then at that point we fled through some rooms and cleared the whole spaceship out. We destroyed all the goblins and
if you
went across.
If you recall, one of the goblins destroyed himself because his gun exploded, right?
That's right. It overloaded. It was an unstable azimuth pistol.
Yeah. It was pretty hilarious, to be honest. But
I swear, goblins are such fucking trash.
But this guy Aeon, that's with the Android Abolitionist Front, who basically started up the whole job. We followed him to the kind of captain's quarters where the drow fucker was holed up, and you would not believe that as soon as we opened the door, the drow, quick on his toes as he was, he throws a grenade, and Aeon, no hesitation whatsoever, he shuts the door, the grenade bounces off the door and back into the room, blows up in the room.
Aeon's very capable. I've noticed that.
I've never respected so much so quickly. But yeah, it was wild. I mean, and then we had the fight with the drow. It was a shootout, as you do, He kept hiding behind his giant fuck desk, and I couldn't get to him. I was coming round the desk to give him one of these, and he, holds up his fist. And right before I could come round, Aeon puts one right between his eyes, takes him down. So, obviously we got Zeno and the remaining androids who were to be sold as slaves to the Aslanti. We got them all off the ship and took them back and met up with Cedona.
Not before having Aeon wire the ship to self-destruct.
Yeah, you're right. We blew it up. But who wouldn't blow up a slave ship, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we exploded the ship. And then we come back, we met back up with Cedona. And not too long after that, I started the APA with Zeno here.
No shit.
It seems like desks or some amazing force
I'll
field.
I'll tell you right now, like, if I've got a nemesis...
don't get him started.
If I've got a nemesis, until recently I would have said it's desks. Now it's the Aslanti, but for the longest time it was desks.
And Ziva just kind of starts chuckling. She's like, I can see your next fight now. Desk versus Vesk. Come on, take a look, yes? It'd be brilliant.
It'll probably be a 12-rounder, but I'll tell you right now, I'll win. Eventually.
Not a bad line.
Yeah, it's not bad. So you guys are having this meal, and it's like the last night. So this is it before you arrive in Aslanti's space. So last call.
So that evening, Orin is going to approach Ziva's quarters and start to knock on her door. But
it's gonna wait for a response.
Yeah.
So as he goes to knock, he kind of hears something a little odd from the inside, and it kind of takes a moment, and it's like a light singing. And he kind of just listens for a second, I imagine.
Sure, yeah. A little confused, and then finally knocks. Captain, are you in there?
Yes, come in, Orin.
Yeah, so Orin walks in and says, Were you singing just now?
And when you walk in, you see that she's kind of sitting on like a small little chair, I guess, in her quarters, and she's brushing her hair. And she says, yes, it was. It's a song that my mother taught me very long ago. Reminds me of good times. And she kind of looks up at you, kind of like to sort of really say, hello. And she gets a look and she says, Autumn, will you do me a favor?
I don't like the sound of that, but sure thing, Captain. What do you
need? Wonderful. And she stands up and she says, please, have a seat.
Sure. And he just awkwardly, goes and sits down, wondering what's going on.
And as soon as he sits down, she kind of grabs his hair and starts brushing it. She says, "Now be still. This is something that it's a bit of a Lushunta type of tradition, and I use it with my employees back at the pool. It is a wonderful way to experience each other, to be close to each other, and I feel like we are very far apart. I want to learn a bit more about you, but in your own time." And as she's brushing your hair, she starts to kind of hum again, and you kind of feel the sort of crinkle in your mind, and as she's humming, you start to kind of see, I'm giving limited telepathy a little bit of extra flair here.
Okay.
But you start to see a kind of a vision of a young Lashunta and a female, a woman Lashunta, and the woman is brushing the girl's hair, and the woman is singing, and you kind of the figures coalesce, and you sort of realize, oh, that's Ziva, and I assume her mom.
Right. Sure.
So, and that's just kind of what you experience. She's trying to really give you a peek into her and how she's trying to open up and be mindful of you and share. So that's what you experience.
So after the thorough brushing and the memory is over, Orin will stand up and look at Ziva and be like, I don't have too many good memories to share, but I suppose that there's one that you might want to know. Do you mind? And he'll reach out his hand to sort of cast Mind Link on Ziva, just like to touch your shoulder, and cast Mind Link. And as you close your eyes, you open them back up, and you're sitting in the pilot's chair of a ship, looking out into open space. You look down at your hands on the helm and see that they belong to a human male. Yeah, it's me, you hear Orin's voice in the back of your head. You look over your body and see that you're dressed in a uniform that resembles like an armored guard, security guard, or even a soldier. The chest is emblazoned with the ubiquitous symbol of Abadar Corp, a key enclosed by a triangular border. As you look around the ship, you notice that almost everything has been branded with this logo, including the laser rifle propped up against the console at your side. There are 3 other people moving around the ship, talking to each other about the job that you're all currently on and speculating about a mystery package that's so important that the suits need your division. You feel a bittersweet, almost familial affection towards these hard-looking men. You turn back towards the helm and release the controls, activating autopilot, and lean back a little, staring out towards the distant stars. Suddenly, you feel a massive impact rock the ship, and you hear Orin tell you, "There was no radar indication. We didn't have a chance." The ship's systems are failing fast as nearly every light on the console begins flashing and beeping all at once. You grab the controls and struggle to evade, gritting your teeth, but the pirate's boarding rig has already sunk its claws into your ship's hull. Before you can even let go of the helm, they scurry like rats through the tunnel line and are on board. You hear several laser blasts report in quick succession. You grab your company-issued laser rifle, swing around the side of your chair, and take aim. You see one of your crew slumped against the wall. The other 2 are face down on the deck, motionless, with a small boarding party of heavily armed and highly teched pirates standing over their bodies. You yell out a gravelly battle cry and squeeze the trigger. But nothing happens. You instantly, sinkingly realize that they've overloaded your rifle. You keep yelling as the pirates burst into laughter, then swarm you, grabbing you by your arms and throwing you over to the airlock. Your screams and their laughter all dissolve into fuzzy white noise as they shove you out into space. Out of the corner of your eye, you see one of the pirates fire a shot. It only grazes your helmet, but it's enough to crack it. And as the glass begins to fracture and the spiderweb pattern traces across your vision, you take a deep breath and everything goes black. And then Orin lets go of Ziva's shoulder.
Ziva would just sit down on the chair and just kind of just start crying.
Yeah, as that pulses through your brain, you kind of hear this distant kind of terror of Oron as it shifts into the present, right? Zeno, you're picking up a hailing frequency as you guys slide out of the drift into Aslanti star space. Roll a computers check.
All right. I rolled a 31, nat 20.
Oh, a crit, too!
Okay, so this...
I beat the Atlantic.
No, you recognize that it is an Aslanti ship, guard ship, at the perimeter as it's sending a single focus tight beam at your ship to identify you, to make sure that you're supposed to be here in Aslanti star space. And we'll see you.
Hey.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh,
There it goes.
Oh my god.
There it goes.
Well, I'll start it off.
We just turn the ship around and say, "We'll see you."
Exactly. Open hailing frequency.
yeah.
Oh, wait, no, this is the wrong sector.
Oh man, I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
It's an old signature, sir, but it checks out.